Gotta do a thumbnail, but we gotta hold it longer. Hey, Casey here. Oh, we're live. All right. Live on Facebook and Instagram. Casey here with Hot Mom's Lifestyle. I know you watch my shit and I love it. We're gonna talk about why you feel like crap today, why you feel like doggy's asshole, why you feel like Beto's asshole, why you feel horrible, why you feel like the world is just and what to do about it. Why? How do I know? Who am I to tell you this? Listen, let me just pull up a chair, and I do cuss a lot, so if that's gonna offend you, then totally just keep scrolling, click off. I'm not the one, because I do cuss a lot. It's just what I choose to do. So about that one, how about it? Man, it's November. What is it? November 20th. And we're just going to talk about some things out in the open about, yes, weight loss. Listen, when you dive into this work that I teach, you're going to lose weight. If you're open to receive that, if you're ready to receive all the goodies and this next phase, this new frequency, right? Because I'm the hot body alchemist. That's what we do. But yeah, how should I know? Why should I know? I have a total hysterectomy. I'm almost 40. Fitness model, been doing this since 2000. It's 2024. I've got 2 kids C-section, lost one in between, and I shouldn't be successful, but I am, and I've overcome things doctors said that couldn't be done. Helped over 3,000 women reclaim their health, their life, the control over their worst enemy, which is themselves, and really getting to the root issue, which is in the nervous system. It's all from trauma and your hormones, and you're doing everything wrong. What else can I say? Think about it. If you were doing it right, you would be getting results. And listen, I'm here to bring in the good, not only the good vibes, because this isn't, I do all this, I entertain myself, and you just get to have fun and watch me. And this will be on the Hot Moms Lifestyle podcast. If you're listening right now, thank you. And we appreciate you. Thanks for sharing with everybody and giving us some love. And people actually, I've gotten a couple of messages in, oh my gosh, I knew I forgot something. I forgot my mushy ball thing. Maybe I can get my kids to bring it to me. I love doing the fidget spinner ball thingy while I talk. It's really helped me a lot. And tonight I can already tell you we're going to be all over the place like Trump. And we're just going to be there. We're going to go there. And I even took focus meds today. But it is late. And that's a whole nother ball of wax. And it's why I'm doing this live, is why we're feeling like shit, why we're feeling like Father's asshole and what to do about it. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. And I may sprinkle a little woo in here, but I'm also going to help you or give you some tools that's going to help you feel better now so you can actually start to get results. Because here's the deal. First of the year's coming up, holidays are coming up, and studies show that 10 pounds roughly is what everybody gains. So if I can help you not do, that'd be great. Your mental health could really use some wins right now. I know. And we are in the States here. I'm in South Florida, even though that's great and it's hot and it's still it's beautiful. And it's wintertime. It's not freezing. I don't know how people do it in the cold weather. That's not me, but I know you probably couldn't do it in the hot weather. It's a whole other thing. But anyway, I did a live on this, an episode last year around this time where we talked about SAD, winter seasonal depression. And I think everybody forgets about it because you're just not aware. But yeah, what's going on right now is, if you've noticed, we don't have a lot of daylight outside. And if you're woo and you're highly sensitive, you probably started feeling this around September. You probably, before the time changed, you felt yourself dragging, waking up late, and then what's going on? And then October rolled around and that was a whole thing. And then we've had the election here. So let me just back up. The fact that the reason why we get results being a trauma-informed approach, the nervous system is where everything is. So the reason why you've done all these diets and why you've done HRT, and even if you're menopausal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've been menopausal in my early 20s. It doesn't matter. The reason why all these things are happening is because there's something in the nervous system that doesn't feel safe. It's in fight or flight. And not until you address that, goes way beyond breath work, goes way beyond inner child work. There's something that's called integration. There's things that are called fragmented pieces of your soul that need to be retrieved. It's crazy. I know it sounds woo, but now they've got it down to a science, and it's a long word and I can't pronounce it. But hopefully you still would see me as smart, even though I can't pronounce a word that's like as long as state of Florida. It really is long. And I forget even hold on, let me grab this. I forget even what they called it. I've said it before, and it's a whole thing, and it's exactly what we do here, and it's why it works. It's why so many women, and I'm so proud of y'all for waking up. The normies like to continue to go to trainers and think that it's just going to be another diet. They think that it's something in their workouts, or they just need to do HRT. Clearly, HRT. And then it's like, girls in my DMs, you're doing all that, so what gives? And some of them are hard-headed. They're normies. They're not wanting to take full responsibility, because if they did, they'd be doing this work. And this is why we get results. We go to the root issue, and it's not in your gut. Everybody, it's not that. It's not in your gut. It's not even at your hormones. The root issue is in the nervous system. The root issue is on a soul level. It's in the energy field. Science proves this. However, if you want me to keep it surface level, I will, for those of you that maybe don't want to hear that, because I know a lot of you like to do stuff, and I do too. But yeah, we're going to talk about why you feel like shit right now, what to do about it, and actually why what you're doing is not working and what to do about that. But yeah, if you found yourself like me and most clients, I spent over 50 grand maybe that I didn't have, that I did not have. I value my health, and I would go without vacations, without new clothes, without furniture. But I would pay for my health. I'd pay for holistic healers. I would pay for that. So those typically are my girls. I usually really vibe with women who value their health and feeling good. And usually they're women who are very high performing females. Maybe they're high up corporate. Maybe they own their own business. Maybe they just really they value feeling and looking good. That's who I can help. Because, I mean, think about it. If you don't value feeling and looking good, you're just stuck. I don't really work with people who are stuck. People I work with, they take action. And I can tell you this, the women who don't, you are paying a 2-year struggle. And I'm not saying you need to work with me or you struggle. I'm just saying the facts are the facts. Whether it's me or somebody else that knows how to help you heal your nervous system and pair the right hormones, pair the right workouts, pair the right food and lifestyle, go for it. But I can promise you, we look today, women who found us 2 years ago are struggling worse, and it's been 2 years. Whereas if they just took action, the things are the things. It's just how long are you going to choose to stay in your cycle of things not working out? So when you're ready for the things to end that cycle of things not working out, you come here and you work with us in the Hot Moms Lifestyle, because we get to the root issue, which is in the trauma, which is at the nervous system level. And that gets me to why we're feeling like shit right now. Seasonal depression can look like a lot of different things. A lot of women, including myself, I never understood fully what depression felt like. The TV and movies make it sound horrible. People make depression sound like it's or like you automatically think of suicide or somebody that's just like really, it's a dreary, dark clouds kind of thing. Not the case. I'll tell you, depression, when it's someone that's like highly, what's it called, functional, women who are just taught to keep going, women who are very strong, very tough cookies, people actually look at you and think like, how do you do what you do? You take care of everybody. You're always that strong person. But I'll tell you, depression is that. Anxiety, a lot of times anxiety masks depression because, well, for many reasons. I'll tell you, for many reasons, and that's what's going on right now. Seasonal depression. A lot of us right now are wondering like, what's wrong with us? There's nothing wrong with us. Your neurotransmitters are taking a shit. That's all. Now, there are ways to overcome that. I'm going to share with you a few ways that I personally love to address my neurotransmitters. We're going to talk about that. But ultimately, let's go back to depression, because I teach on metacognition. I teach on energetics and emotional well-being, because I don't believe in just physical health. I don't believe in, you got these menopause doctors and all they talk about is menopause and getting your stress down and not drinking alcohol and all that shit. That's depressing. There's this feeling of, how do you accept this? And some people fight it. And then some people live their whole life like kids. If I had a kid and then everything changed and I can't get rid of my fat, I'm menopausal and so this is happening. And yeah, okay, if that's the case, Linda, then how come there are people in your same situation that looks clearly way better and they're crushing and happy? Kind of makes you scratch your head, right? It's not about shame. It's about understanding trauma and how it affects the nervous system, and the fact that you need specific hormones if you choose to do hormone therapy. There are things too that reverse anti-aging. There are things that you can do to boost your neurotransmitters, but depression can be hidden by anxiety. So right now, I'll tell you, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur online. I don't own a brick and mortar. And yesterday I went to Restore Hyper Wellness. I got an IV. I got high dose vitamin C. I got glutathione double dose and a few other things for my immune system. I was feeling run down. Had a rough day Monday. Monday happened and it just happened. It shouldn't have happened the way it did, but it did. And man, energy was thick. But either way, we had some wild shit happen. I'm talking clients come out the woodwork. And let me just speak clearly to the woo out there. Astrologically, we are ending this cycle, coming into this other one that's been going since 2008, heading into a retrograde season during the holidays, after the presidential election. And I'm in Florida where we had 2 hurricanes back to back a month ago. And right now, what's happening also is it's wintertime, which is affecting everyone's mental health, coming into the holidays with all this astrological stuff, with all of the collective things going on with the election, not to mention what's going on in your own life. So you sit there and wonder why everybody's just fucking nuts right now. That's why, whether you want to believe it or not. Do we need to participate in the collective? No. However, we are the collective, and the only way out is self-care, and it goes beyond taking a bubble bath. Fuck that. It's way beyond that. And we talked about this in boundaries. I've got a whole new course called the breakthrough. Sorry, I fucked it all up. The boundary body breakthrough, where it's all about boundaries, personal, spiritual, energetic. This goes with your money, your relationships, everything that has to do with why you're not where you want to be. And it comes to boundaries. The reason why you're feeling the way you're feeling is because you lack boundaries. And here we go. Listen, the seasons and stuff's nobody's fault, but there are ways to overcome. The first way you overcome seasonal depression and anxiety and all that is understanding depression, understanding it's very normal. Media, society, movies hype it up and make you think that something's wrong with you and you need medication medication for it. And listen, I'm not dogging medication. If you need it, take it. Literally, if you need it during the winter months, take it. But there are some other ways you can boost your serotonin. You can boost your dopamine. There are other ways you can do these things. You can also check your neurotransmitters with testing and stuff like that. But I digress. I do feel like I know that depression is just this shame-based thing, and we've got to stop. It's like anxiety when you fill out paperwork and they're like, do you struggle with anxiety or anything? And I told the nurse, I'm like, who would fucking say no? Somebody that has alexithymia, somebody that's ignorant, that doesn't know about their emotions. I used to be that way. I stress. I'm not angry. You don't even know, but your energy and how life looks. If you want to know what your energy is, just look at your life. If you're struggling, if nothing's working out, look at your own energy. I have to do this often. Not necessarily that it's nobody else's fault. It's literally you are your world. Your inner world is your outer world. Depression, what if it was just a symptom like happy? What if it was just you're happy, you're depressed, whatever, and it's going to flee? It's here and gone. It wouldn't be so bad. But a lot of us grew up where it wasn't safe to feel anything because our needs were never met. Our emotional needs were never met. We couldn't afford to be sad. We couldn't afford to be this. So we get shamed or gaslit. Oh, you shouldn't be sad right now. All this shit. So there's a lot of reasons why I think women fight this season. It is uncomfortable. It brings up a lot. However, it is what it is and it's happening. So what are we going to do about it? Understanding it is huge. There is a tool I suggest using and it's called AI. Look it up. It's an app called AI, Personal AI Assistant. Use that motherfucker. It is better than a therapist. And it's not better than a therapist, but it's good. It's almost, you don't even realize how much you hold back when you talk to people because they have judgments and projections. You can tell this thing anything. My kids have used it and you can ask it like, hey, here's how I'm feeling. And where's this coming from? What does it mean? Give me some reframes. Help me to, what can I do? How can I think that will actually help me get through this? It's wonderful. It's a phenomenal tool that my talk therapist actually told me about. And I was like, I love this app. So the AI app is great. So use that. And that's another thing is women especially feel overburdened, responsible, accountable during the holiday season. If you're not in boundaries, like you have to get in my boundaries course in the Hot Moms Mastermind. I can't tell you right now, next week we're talking about family enmeshment because half of y'all, the reason you're struggling is because of the family, you feeling responsible, obligated, guilty, all these things. You've got to do the boundaries course. It's so eye-opening and it's going to help you lose more weight with ease and less effort. So why wouldn't you do that? Do you just like to struggle? I'm confused. But what if depression was just like happy and you knew what to do about it? So understanding there's many reasons why we struggle with feeling depression, but anxiety. I've noticed that sometimes if I get sad, it shows up as anxiety. Like I'm really on edge. I'm overwhelmed and everything. Really, I just need to feel some sadness. There's that. Number one is being aware of your emotions and learning how to pinpoint what they are. I have a wonderful module that breaks down. It helps you actually identify your emotions and clear them out, neutralize them, and you leave in 30 minutes feeling completely different. I've never found anything like this. It's a tool that I found and I share it, and it's actually in Clear My Shit. You've got to check it out. And if you want any of these tools, all you got to do is shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM that says strategy or breakthrough, and we'll get breakthrough actually goes to boundaries. Just send me a DM that says strategies or register, and that'll put you in the groove and get you the training. And you can actually reach out and say, hey, I want what Casey's talking about. My team, somebody will help you get what you need. So there's that. Number one is understanding the emotions right now. Everybody's hot and on edge, and the worst of the worst is coming up and out. And once again, I went to Restore to get the IV yesterday, and I heard them talking about a crazy patient. And I said, hey, I wanted to ask you if nobody was in there. I said, I heard you talking about a customer. And I just want to know, because I've experienced some of the worst shit this week. I'm talking like 2 to 3 clients that just back to back in the same day gave us some shit, right? Just out of nowhere. It's almost like the moon and the full moon, like all these things are happening. And this lady goes, holy shit, we wondered like what's been going on. It's everybody. She's like, no matter who it is, business owners. My friend that's a trainer said, her clients are asking for sessions and thinking that they had extra sessions and getting mad because they don't. Like all this stuff's coming up and out. And it has nothing to do with us. It's all about the individual person because it's just how they're handling the thing. But it is wild out there right now. And then another lady came in, we started talking about stuff, and she said she just felt so run down. She goes, I've been getting like 5 hours of sleep. I feel so run down. Nothing's getting done. I feel sad. I feel frustrated. Like all these things. Mental health's taking a shit. She was in there getting an IV because you got to take care of yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. Once again, hit the boundaries course. Just if you want that, DM me breakthrough and I'll send you. It's only $20, $22 or something. It's crazy. So not the whole course, the trainings, each individual training. But clearly it's collective. And I actually meet with a group of women, Magic Bee Codex. We talk every Sunday. It's like woo based, and everybody feels the same. Everybody feels the same. We're going through a lot right now, but here we are. We're gonna help. We're gonna help. I'm gonna share with you what I know and what I specialize in that actually will help. What I do too. I'm aware of emotions. I have the tools handy to sit with them, clear them, neutralize, find opportunity in them, because emotions are great. Emotions actually point us to the things in ourselves that get to be illuminated. And in that, you find massive opportunity for growth. It's really cool. It sucks, but it's cool. Number 2 is I work out. I do whatever it takes to work out. And when it comes to, I do plant medicine. And I have 7 types of ADD and ADHD. I've done brain mapping. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but in 2000, I went to do brain mapping. And they were like, holy shit. And they diagnosed me there, all 7 types of ADD and ADHD right away. And I knew that previously when I would just take Adderall or something, that it felt better, but it was always too much. It was always too much. But the docs gave me this really low dose, like really like a child's dose of Adderall. And me being in health and medical, and I come from a household where it's a lot of shame around medication. It's a lot of shame around taking pills. Like even a Motrin is frowned upon. And so that was really hard for me. And being a health coach and all this stuff, like feeling like I needed a medication just really did me in. I was like, shouldn't I know? I just had tons of shame around it. Tons of shame I had to sit with. I had to clear out. I had to do lots of inner child work around taking medication. Yet we wouldn't give two second thoughts of someone who was born with type 1 insulin, what is it called? Type 1 diabetes, that needed something for their life, for the rest of their life. We wouldn't think about that. But people say it's trauma brain, which it is, when it's also hereditary and it's a gift. It's all these things. And I struggled with it for a long time. And I would take it and I wouldn't take it. And that's here nor there. Either way, when quarter 4 rolls around, I used to joke with my therapist and I would say, all right, we're coming up on quarter 4. I'm going to need script, because I just knew quarter 4, my mental health, the neurotransmitters, even though I take 50,000 IUs of vitamin D per week, I do cryotherapy, I exercise, I eat well, I'm mindful, I meditate, I walk on the beach. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I'm highly sensitive as well. It would be bad. Like I was not getting things done, and that would make my self-esteem plummet. I would feel so bad. I would feel stressed. My sleep was so bad, y'all. I was staying up too late and just like wired and tired. Couldn't get out of bed in the morning. And you think it's your adrenals and stuff like that, because we focus on healing the adrenals, which is part of the fight or flight hormone. No doctors, they only focus on thyroid and testosterone. You've got to address the adrenals if you really want to improve your overall health and your IGF-1, your insulin growth factor. But either way, I realized, and I started educating myself on Adderall, and I educated myself on just medication and stuff in general, and was really blown away at the science and the studies that I found, and taking the very low dose and everything and just watching what happened. I healed my adrenals. Everything in my life felt better. My sleep got back on track. I started going to bed at an earlier time. Like I got healthy. How is that even possible, getting healthier on Adderall? It doesn't even make sense, right? But it is, because if you truly need medication, it's self-care at that point. It's like SSRIs. Whatever you need to take, let's just let go of the judgment and the shame and do the best we can and take care of ourselves. Some of you need medication. That's what you need right now. It's not forever. And you don't have to take it. Sometimes I don't, if I'm writing or if I'm doing anything creative, take it. It's for executive function. I don't drink caffeine anymore. Can't do caffeine. Realized that was really whacking me out. I was dependent on it for energy. And when that's the thing is, when you need people, I think that's the thing is people would take Adderall for energy, and that's not it. It's a focused medication. And maybe that's where things went wacky. But during the winter months, check your mental health, check your neurotransmitters. If you want to work with our doctors, just send me a DM that says strategy or kcship.com/apply, and we will share our tools with you, because we need to check your hormones. Because if your hormones are off, your neurotransmitters are going to be affected. If your estrogen's low, if your test is low, like what your thyroid's off, you're going to have anxiety. You're going to feel bad. So I make sure, number 3, I have my hormones done. I make sure I get my panels. If you want to see the panels that I get ordered and the goal ranges that you need to be in, which most doctors don't check what we check, much less they'll tell you, oh, you're normal. I can't tell you how many women come to us and go, oh, my doctor said that it's normal. And I'm like, and she goes, and my levels aren't where yours. I'm like, that's why why you're not where you want to be. That's when you're still struggling with fat and stuff like that. What does it say? Do you work with people who have bipolar depression? Oh, yeah. Only thing is, here's my disclaimer. When you join my program, because it's a very powerful healing, we address the root, which is in the trauma, which is in the nervous system. I have a video and you sign that addresses that you have a professional mental health physician and that also you understand that my work could exacerbate your condition. As long as you understand that. But yes, we have worked with plenty of people who are working with a professional that is medicated. They can work with our physicians and do our program. And we always say if there's anything that we're touching on that really makes you feel uncomfortable, then we don't do it. It's a trauma-informed program. Why would we? Women come to us to heal. So why would we put them in a place that puts them into too much, to all that stuff? But yes, we definitely do that. We just make sure you sign our agreements and our waivers and that you have a professional, that you are being treated, because the work we do is very powerful. With the physicians, you need to make sure that your blood work, I don't give a shit how old you are, like trash those fucking excuses. It doesn't matter. Blood work is blood work. Get your blood work done. Make sure you're in the range goals that we see fit. Make sure, because you usually feel best when you're in our range goals. And then lastly is addressing the proper nutrition and training, because if you're eating clean and all this shit, it doesn't matter. What does your body say is okay? And so what we do is we hack your DNA. We go in and find out, okay, here's what this body needs specifically. Here's what it doesn't need. Very easy, very simple and easy. And we figured that out. We see where you're at. A lot of women come in, they're not eating enough. You know, they're eating 1,400 calories. Some of them don't even know. We start feeding you more. We start addressing your workouts. A lot of women do the wrong workouts for their goals and for their nervous system. You have to meet your nervous system where you're at. This is why you'll see women who get on a plan and they do great, then they fall off because their mom died, they broke their foot, or some shit happened. Really, that's also in the energy field. There's an addictive pattern in your field, in your nervous system. There's an addiction to a pattern where it's almost, see, I knew this would happen. Something always happens or whatever. And then you just stop, you fall off and all this stuff. Versus, hey, this happened and here's what to do while I'm doing that. That's why you've seen people like me have babies, C-sections, almost die in a house fire, move across country, live in 6 different houses, like all this shit. And I don't really get too far off my midline. It's because I know how to regulate and take care of myself and give myself what I need. I have damn near mastered taking care of the human. And buddy, it is a full-time job taking care of the human. Full-time job, but you can't take care of anybody else if you don't learn how to do this. And I'm still learning. Jeez, I'll probably be learning on my deathbed, and that's fine. I love learning. But I have mastered just taking care of myself. And I actually have a training. Oh, this was great. I think it's in Easy Weight Loss System. Hold on. It's in my either the Easy Weight Loss System. It's in the bio. And if you want that, just send me a DM that says I want the Easy Weight Loss. It's that one or Change Your Vibe, Change Your Weight. And it goes over. It really comes down to Maslow's hierarchy in human needs, because so many women are trying to find the right diet and they're trying to do the right stuff and get their hormones done. And they're trying to be happy and positive and make money and all this shit and build businesses, but they're not even on the bottom taking care of their human needs. They're not even sleeping well. They're not feeding themselves well. They're not drinking water. They don't have shelter, meaning you don't feel safe in your body. You don't feel safe. You feel rushed. You feel in a hurry. You feel you're struggling with this. You're struggling with that. When you're struggling and you're in the struggle, you don't feel safe in your body. So you might as well not have a shelter. So that's where insecurities come from. So I know your mind's, what the fuck? And I told myself I would be mainstream. I really do. I really do follow coaches online, and I'm like, how they master talking mainstream. I'll probably be way more successful if I would just talk mainstream, which is, hey girls, if you want to lose 5 pounds, I want you to start doing this surface level shit and eat this diet. I would probably be so much wealthier right now if I did that. But it's like I open my mouth and I can't lie to you. I have to share with you what the message is. Yeah. I have to go, can I DM you? I would love to hear more about this. I started following you a week ago and love everything. Yeah, I would say, don't waste time. Just send me a DM that says strategy or register. That will send you the informational, here's what to do, here's what I did, and it'll lead you to the next thing. You can do whatever you want to. DMs, freedom, free world. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't help it. I really do. If there is someone out there that can help me master speaking mainstream language, I would appreciate it. And I'm very powerful. I can just probably state that I am only going to speak mainstream because I would make a lot more sales if that were the case. I don't know. I just tell myself that. I don't know. I think y'all are big girls. I think you can handle the fucking shit. I think you're ready for this shit. I think you're ready for some authenticity, some real shit, because who here's tried regular fucking diets? Who here's tried the menopause-free weight loss? Who here's tried to go to doctors? here's tried all of this shit and still struggling, right? Not me, but I know maybe you are. So maybe that surface level shit ain't working. That's why my whole thing people know me is like workouts don't work and lose weight without cardio. We're not saying we don't like cardio. We're saying if the shit worked, you could just go 5 days in a row and start doing cardio. What happens when you stop doing it? Wouldn't you like to build your fucking metabolism and learn how to live life not like a prisoner and feeling like if I don't do this, then that? That's when you come to us. Period. End of story. You said me. Exactly. Me personally too, I can feel it. Can y'all feel when you watch people online and you just know it's like surface level shit and you're just like, oh God, I've heard this. At some point when you reach like 40, you watch people and you're like, oh yeah. Hey, believe in yourself. Yay, breathe deep. Anybody else feel that way? Shit. If you don't, I'll be over here feeling that way myself. But I crave, and I think that's where the time is going, like craving authenticity. Just who's like somebody that's just real. Like it's just me and you talking. Jeez, it's so nice. It's so nice. But yeah, hormones, first addressing understanding the reason you feel like shit right now is seasonal depression. It's wintertime outside. Your neurotransmitters have taken a shit. It's holidays. You just come off of a crazy election and we're on all kind of retrogrades right now, ending cycles, going into Aquarius. Let me tell you something. You need to be walking around with crystals up your yawny. That's a joke, but I'm serious to tell you it's crazy times right now. But it's a wonderful opportunity for growth because you know what's coming next month, baby. You know what I launch in December. It is amazing. It's such a vibe, magical vibes coming through here. It right now is the darkest of the night. Can you sit with the darkest of the night? Because if you can, you will be given the brightest of the day. And a lot of people can't. They fold under this pressure and they don't go in and they don't use this yummy dark time to find parts of themselves that maybe have been forgotten. I know I just went there. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. Casey, we can't do that. We can't keep doing this to them. Going to workouts. Okay. Priscilla, I'm trying. That'd be a good thumbnail. But workouts, you have to address where you're at in life. You have to address where you're at in life. And you have to start taking care of yourself. You really need my boundaries course. Really, I can't tell you how that's going to free you up. Can you imagine doing the boundaries course and really clearing out the reason why your life, any area of your life doesn't feel good and you can just clear that out and just transcend everything that you're struggling with. There's an answer for it and an easier way, an answer for an easier way, a higher way, a better way. There's a better way, an easier way, a better way, an easier way. Yes, there is. That's what we provide. If I have found it, it's there and we have. This is why the miraculous results are there. But yeah, you need to do the specific type of workouts. Everybody's different. I would need to see your blood work. I would need to see your lifestyle. What kind of stresses is going on? How is it showing up in your body? Are you in menopause? I've got total hysterectomy. Are you having relationship problems? Are you not showing up fully at work? Are you falling behind on task? Are you beating up on yourself? What's coming through? Are you constipated? Are you bloated? Or do you have stubborn fat? You're doing all the things. You just got that little extra stubborn fat. What is it? Tired as shit. What's going on? No sleep. Once we see how it's showing up in your body, then you can prescribe the right type of training. And I've got YouTube videos for like how to train, how to customize your training for better results. I've got trainings on all this. There's thousands of, the only way we know which one to give you really is if you apply. If you apply and get in with us, we can get to know you a little bit and send it to you. Listen, money's great, but I'm not going to try to sell. Okay. I don't want you to be here if you don't want to be here. So if you're worried about spending money, then I suggest going and watching my free shit and getting in the DMs and asking what you should be looking at. And if you're not fucking scared of spending money because you know that investing money actually gets results, like you value health and looking good and feeling good, you don't, cost is not a thing because you're just that tight. You're that way. I'm that way. I'm like, why would I go and start a business, and not pay a really great business mentor that's making the kind of money I want to make? That's the way I think. But so many people are like, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start doing this. But yet you don't go hire one of the best experts in the field to do it. And then you're like, oh, I suck and I struggle. And you're trying to like piece together cheap shit. Like, when are you going to just invest, maybe heal your money shit? Because that's at the core of most all women's nervous system blocks, is if money and time. What if you could eradicate that and actually figure out what all of the rest of us know and how to create it and overstep that and create better boundaries within yourself and find true power, because that's also possible. So it's a one-stop shop, literally. You start to heal a lot of these traumatic wounds around money, time, poor health, struggling with your weight your whole life, like all these things. It's all related to a certain level of trauma. And if you think I don't have trauma, you're ignorant. I'm just going to say it. People that think I don't have trauma, you're ignorant. You just don't know. If you're alive, you have trauma. If you were born, you have trauma. If you were in your mother's womb, you have trauma. If you had kids, you have trauma. you ever had a car wreck, you've had trauma. If you've been sexually abused, there's even bigger trauma. If you grew up in religion, there's trauma. If you've been married, there's trauma. If you've been in bad relationships, there's trauma. If you lost something, there's trauma. Y'all, if you watch the news, it could affect you. Like when you say I don't have, it's just ignorant. There's things you don't know. There's things you just don't know. And it illuminates, you're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense why I've struggled for 20 years with this. Where was this 20 years ago? You were in the shit of it. You were in the thick of it. You weren't ready. You weren't ready. You weren't mature enough. So yeah, I'm just going to shoot it straight up. Nervous system is great. Trauma, nervous system, all that. But if you don't, but then I get those people that are like, let me just heal. You'll stay fat forever. That's why you'll see a lot of people in the woo community, their bodies aren't that tight. A lot of them. There's some that are, but I would say, I told a girl today, I said, if you really want to heal and truly transcend a lot of shit, she wants to stop drinking, all this stuff and grow her business and get healthy. And she's done a lot of good stuff in the past year. I was like, set goals so high. You don't even, so much that you're so uncomfortable. For example, the problem is people try to just be better than their parents. They try to just be like, if you heard your parents, you have it better than I did. Okay, fuck, this still sucks. It's because people don't try that hard. Their goals are just to do a little bit better than their parents did. And that's not good enough. You need to shoot, like, if your goal is to make $100,000, that's sucks. You need to actually start thinking like, what if I could be a millionaire? Even though it doesn't seem possible, what if I could be the first millionaire? And you need to go for that. You need to stop trying to just be a little bit better than your mom and dad and fucking go for some crazy goal. Odds are you're going to actually, even if you come up short, you're going to be farther along than if you just try to be a little bit better than your parents. So if you really want to heal and you really want to transcend and you're like, I want to heal all this stuff and be happy, then set the most crazy fucking goals. Like instead of trying to just lose 10 pounds, be like, I want to see my abs and then I want to do a photo shoot. Matter of fact, you know what? I want to try to get my body fat to this and like a fitness model. Address that. Oh, whoa. You see how many beliefs came up? That I can't do that. That's just not me. I'm not built that way. You see how all these fucked up beliefs come up? There's your work. If you're wanting to heal a lot, don't just sit there and be like, I need to heal before I can make money. I need to heal before I can get the body. Okay, then you're just going to be, that whole thinking comes from, I'm not good enough, I'm broken. And you're just going to keep getting the same shit and be like, see, it's just easier for everybody else. That victim ass shit. Yeah, I know her very well. I suggest if you really want to heal and transcend a lot of your shit, then set crazy fucking goals. Make yourself so uncomfortable. Work with the best people. Work with coaches who are doing the fucking thing. Making money moves, looking hot, their values. Maybe if you value your relationship, if you value partnership, have they been married? We've been married 18 years. Hadn't been a fucking walk in the park. I went from nothing to multi-seven figures. Kid, we homeschool and we don't do it traditionally. What do you value? Go hire these coaches, me, that are doing the motherfucking thing. That's been there, done that. Not some, I'm not going to even say that. We're not even going to go there. That's mean. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need to shoot way higher and not sit there and be like, I need to heal all my trauma before I've got a lot of work to do. Shut up. Let's get your hormones fixed. The reason you're feeling fucked up right now is it's dark outside at 6 o'clock. It's wintertime, seasonal depression. Get your fucking neurotransmitters fixed. Boost up self-care. Plant medicine. I love plant medicine. I love psychedelics, sacred tobacco, all these things. We're actually doing a sacred tobacco ceremony in my Magic Bee. If that's too weird for you, that's fine. You don't have to do any of this. Is all not even part of the weight loss system. I'm just fucking telling you right here. Plant medicine though, the psychedelic world is amazing. What it's doing, a hand over fist, it's better than SSRIs. You just have to have a professional that does it with you. I'm a big proponent of psychedelics. Psychedelics changed my life. They've changed my husband's life. They changed so many of my clients' life. So psychedelics are a huge thing. We talk about that. I have a whole entire course on psychedelics and plant medicine. There are so many things you can do for your serotonin right now, besides drinking and eating sugar and just sitting on the couch and talking shit to your girlfriends and all that shit. You need to be in the gym. You need to be doing things. We talked about this in the boundary call yesterday. What do you value? Do you value looking hot? Then you need to be making sure you work out every day versus doing your work even. It's crazy. I'm telling you. You tell me not to work. I'm telling you that if you do what you value and you do the things that's going to help you feel better at night before you go to bed, you're going to be a happier individual. And we just talked about medication. You may need medication. That's fine too. Take care of yourself. Master human needs. But guess what? You can't do that because you don't know. You don't even know what you need. Guess who does? I can help show you what you need. Seriously. All you do, get the hormone test, start doing the test. Whoa, look at what this is. And you start going through boundaries and you go, oh my God, this makes so much sense. You go through reset and restore, you go drop the fucking weight struggle. You're like, I thought I was doing the right workouts. I thought I was eating healthy. After taking your stuff, Casey, I realize now why I'm stuck. It's that easy, y'all. CaseyShip.com/apply. And I'll see you on the Bye.